Esho, Hede,
Esho, Hede, these apple trees are for you. God willing, when the trees grow, you will enjoy them. I will sit in their shadows and you will bring to me their fruits. So we will plant the seedlings. Let's start from today. Have you agreed? Let's water it.
Sol yende suya mına jirge.
These are the first seedlings of the future apple orchard. If you are not lazy, they will take root and begin to bear fruit.
Tamam kosa.
The soil here is fertile. Therefore, caring for the apple trees is not difficult at all, says Aksakal Magomet. Once, his ancestors like this tree put down their roots on the Kazakh land. Here was where Magomet was born, raised, and later married a Kazakh woman. Look how much I look like Mom, like a Kazakh. Today, this family is preparing to meet an honored guest, teacher Magomet. The Dastarkhan is said in honor of the Gratitude Day, a tribute of the disciple to his mentor. This is a piece of meat. This is the lumbar vertebra. This is the kaza. This is the jaw. The lumbar vertebra is offered to the elders. By nationality, Magomet Sukalov is a Chechen, but with his heart and soul, he is Kazakh. He even speaks the state language fluently. By the will of fate, in the winter of 1944, his ancestors were forced to leave their homes and move to the Kazakh steppes. Aksakal Iles was 7 years old when the Chechen people were deported. He remembered everything to the smallest detail, both the mass relocation and the exhausting road, and how warmly the locals accepted them. Unfortunately, he did not live up to the broadcast of this program.
Все помню, как это что сегодня. Мне 7 лет было.
I remember everything. I was 7 years old. Suddenly, soldiers appeared. They looked very strict. People started to panic. Someone decided to run, but the soldiers opened fire from a machine gun. I will never forget this moment. The boy born in the Caucasus was at first very homesick. He missed the snow-white peaks, the clear mountain air, and the streams where he liked to play. But over time, he got used to the new place, took a closer look, and fell in love with the Kazakh steppes.
Biz har bir o'tkazgan kunimizga Alloh taolo rahmat aytishimiz kerak. Sebebi
we must thank God for each serene day because God has given us such an opportunity. Gave us a second homeland, gave the opportunity to get enough of love.
Arkadaşlar osonday жақсы biz to'yatınday tamaq beradi.
And this is an ordinary large family. 13 children are brought up. All are of different nationalities. It seems like a mini assembly of the people of Kazakhstan under one roof. Everyone is trying to help each other. Whether in school or at home, they do everything together.
Мынау қабырғаны біз өзіміз безендірдік. Бізге осының бәрі ойы ағамыздың болды.
We designed this wall ourselves. All this is the idea of our brother Tamerlan, and father helped us to decorate it. It looks like 3D. This is our family's tamga, our house. 13 branches of the family tree. And these are the palms of the parents. Giving warmth to the heart is the sun. The kindness of our heart is symbolized by fluffy clouds.
негізінде 2001 жылы мен үйлендім.
We got married in 2001 and we immediately agreed with Orin Basar, no matter how many children we have, we would adopt 2 or 3 more children from the orphanage. But God tested us and didn't give us children for 9 years.
Ниетіміз қойдық, бірақ сондай Алланың әмірі түскен 9 жыл бала тумаған.
Күндердің күнінде бұл маған айтты, біз 9 жыл балалары болған жоқ.
One day, he told me they had no children for almost 9 years, and the son told me that he wants to adopt a child. I then answered them, "You don't have a paternal or maternal instinct. Can you love someone else's child as your own? If you are in doubt, it's better not to start." And I did not give them a blessing.
Болса маған жүректерің ашылмаған аналық әкелік деп ұқсат бермеді.
И 9 жылдан кейін Ибрахим баламыз туды.
After 10 years, our son was born. When Ibrahim turned 1 year old, we decided to fulfill our intention. And in 2012, we adopted 4 children from the orphanage at once.
Екінші жылы бірінші 4 баланы алдық.
But when he came to the orphanage, Murat suddenly changed his mind. He would adopt not 4, but more children. He saw 2 brothers. They were 5 years old. They also wanted to have a family, but people refused to take both of them. And then Murat decided that he would not separate them.
Мы с супругой сели, я говорю, надо что-то с этим делать, потому что...
My wife and I sat down and said, we need to do something about it. We know that it is very difficult, but we have to go this way. Let's start with a dialogue. And we got together one day, made the children sit at the table, and held our first family council. We just started talking to the kids. It was important for us that the children believed us.
Для нас было важно, чтобы дети в нас поверили.
And the children believed, respected us. And then they start to love each other. This was visible even during the filming.
Для того, чтобы ребенок вам поверил, для того, чтобы...
If you want the child to believe you so that the child feels your sincerity, it is very important to maintain the identity of the child. What does the child's identity mean? It is the memory of his past, the memory of his biological parents, of his relatives.
Память о его биологических родителях, память о его родственниках. Также и какие-то национальные особенности ребенка.
We must not forget about the ethnicity of the child. Each nation has its own customs and traditions. It is necessary to educate this to the child. The child should know that if he is a Kolya, he must remain a Kolya.
Он, например, если он Коля, он должен остаться Колей, понимаете?
Expressing his position on raising children, Murat accurately outlined the country's inter-ethnic policy. His family rules are very similar to the principles that the Assembly of the People of Kazakhstan adhered to.
Ассамблея – это реализация состояния каждого казахстанца.
Assembly is a structure in which every Kazakhstan citizen can be presented, where you can come and discuss some very important questions for a person, where they will help with an answer. We help each other, we know each other. There are many Uyghurs, Turks, Kurds, Uzbeks, Ingush, and Kazakhstan has become our common home. Kazakh culture united us, brought us together. We are comfortable here, but most importantly, we can be friends, communicate, live in peace and harmony, thanks to this platform, the Assembly of the People of Kazakhstan.
Мы друг друга познали настолько хорошо, чтобы все наши общие черты были бы площадкой сближения, единения и согласия и единства нашего народа.
March 1st is not only the day of gratitude, it is also the day of the founding of the Assembly of the People of Kazakhstan. It is 25 years old this year, and it is no coincidence that these dates are celebrated at the very beginning of spring. They symbolize warmth, kindness, and endless care.
Везде всюду вспоминают все, корейцы, немцы, поляки, кто бы ни был.
Everywhere, all Koreans, Germans, Poles remember, whoever they are, they talk about the Kazakhs as the people who literally endured the grief of others. There was nothing. They came to save them. Well, how do you say this? Well, let's say thanks a lot. This is a thank you formula.
Айттым жүрді, да? Вот это в таком, вот это все говорит, да? Это формула благодарности.
Ағайын туысқан, ассаламу алейкум.
Assalamu alaikum, relatives. Wa alaikum salam, son. Hi.
Нет, честно, мы давно не видели уже.
All holidays in this house are not celebrated without the Aksakal Yerden. Here he sits in the place of honor. At the Dastarkhan, there are representatives of different nations. Ah, thanks. It was wonderful. They are not just a student and teacher, they have long become brothers.
Şakir Töküştü'nün ata enesi. O kişiler endi.
The people of our village were wonderful. I think it was like that everywhere. But in our village, it was especially noticeable. They accepted me as a native, replaced my mother and father, and gave a shelter to me.
Бұл әкесі 80 жасқа келгенде дүниеге келді. Қазақтар бұны 80бай дейтін.
He was born when his father was 80 years old. Kazakhs call him Seksenbai. And when Magomed grew up, he married a Kazakh woman. They had 10 children. They are already grandchildren, and everyone speaks equally good of both Kazakh and Chechen. That's how he keeps the values of every nation in his family. During the years of mass repressions on false accusations of cooperation with fascist Germany, more than 1.2 million people were exiled to Kazakh land. Among them, 83% of Chechens and Ingush, 59% of Koreans, 76% of Greeks, and 62% of Kurds. In the fierce winter in coal wagons, people lost their loved ones. Not all of them arrived safely. Those who reached their destinations were greatly exhausted from hunger.
То, что случилось вот с нашими предками, войнахами,
What happened to our ancestors, the Vainachs, was known after 60 years. At the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, according to the documents that were there and from the facts, it became clear that this was genocide. Our ancestors called this time as the end of the world, the last days of the world, the collapse of the world. All that they have been accumulating, collecting, educating for centuries, all this was abruptly cut off in one day. The graves remained there, houses were left. They had small children in their arms, and all that they could take with them, nothing more.
воспитывали, вот это все быстро оборвали в один день. Остались там могилы, остались все дома, все, что было, остались. У них на руках было маленькие дети, и что могли с собой взять? Больше ничего.
In winter, there were no houses built for migrants. There were no places for their accommodation. Therefore, each family had to accept 1 to 3 people. For the whole winter, they stayed with a Kazakh family. In those days, we all had to sleep in the same room. We even ate sitting at one dastarkhan. We played together, walked together, so we got along.
Міне сөйтіп сіңісіп кетті.
Even after years, Aksakals did not forget the taste of bread of that time. They remembered to the smallest details how the locals accepted them, how they shared the last piece of bread with them. Their fates are similar. The Kazakh steppe welcomed all the homeless people. The hearts of the settlers thawed after so much suffering. Tears of bitterness turned into tears of happiness. By the way, tomorrow is the birthday of Ibrahim and his father. What do we do? Something needs to be done. Do we do a surprise or send a postcard? Maybe when Ibrahim wakes up and opens his eyes, and we will sing the happy birthday song in front of him. Yes, we throw balls with wishes. Yes, it is a great idea.
Туған күнімен деп оған тешекке лақтырған бәрін.
No, they do not wait for the day of gratitude to express their appreciation. They do it every day.
Первые года они постоянно или писали, или говорили там.
They wrote constantly for the first years. Even at school, when they just write an essay about mom and dad, they begin to express some gratitude. When they express gratitude with words, they are ordinary children. And when they started to love, their gratitude is shown in their affairs, gratitude in their look, gratitude in their touch, gratitude in their care. This real gratitude comes not in words, but in deeds.
благодарность в заботе. Понимаете? Вот это настоящая благодарность вот идет именно сейчас. Не словами, а именно поступками. В этом году, вы знаете, в мае месяце там я лег в больницу, и мне сделали операцию такую, ну, несложная такая, несерьезная, но...
This year, I was in the hospital. I had an operation that was not complicated, not very serious. And a neighbor called me asking what happened. No one knew that I was at the hospital. We did not talk. I say, what? She said, your children walk on the street. They do not smile. They used to say Selamat Sba when they saw me. Talk on the street when they play. It becomes fun. But now they are sad and don't smile. This incident was a test for children and for us. They realized that at some point they may lose us. And when I arrived home, one of the children was crying. In such moments, you see true love.
Вот этот вот случай был таким вот испытанием для детей, для нас. И вы понимаете, они поняли, наверное, что в какой-то момент они могут потерять нас. И когда я приехал, кто-то из детей даже плакал. И вот в такие моменты видишь вот настоящую любовь, настоящие такие отношения.
Мен өз отбасыммен әрине мақтанғанда қандай мақтанам.
How can I not be proud of my family? I am proud of them. At school, among my friends, I am always proud of my family. We are girls, so we are like that. I respect and value my brothers and sisters very much. After all, my parents and grandmother cover us with their love. They always think about our well-being. We are grateful for their life's advice and guidance.
Қанша нәрсе айтып, ақылын айтып, бізді жақсы жолға түсіреді, соған алғыс айтамыз.
Колледжді бітірем, сосын ала жаса жұмысқа орналасам.
Here, I am graduating college. I hope I'll get a job. They say the aim for a girl is to get married. I will get married. I realize the maternal happiness. But the future, many achievements await me. But in the future, many achievements await me.
Сосын өзім жетістіктерге жетем.
Ең біріншіден колледжді жақсы бітіріп, одан кейін ары қарай жоғары оқуға түсу.
First of all, to successfully graduate from college, then enter a higher educational institution. But the main thing is not to forget about your family. We must not forget the kindness of our parents, brothers and sisters. Undoubtedly, life spreads us in different directions. But despite this, at least once a month, we should gather at one dastarkhan, because we are one family.
Айна бір рет болсын, кейбірлерін қолдары тимей қалатын мүмкін жарты жылда бір рет. Әлбетте бір стөлдің басына бірге жиналуымыз керек, біз өйткені біз бір отбасымыз.
Family is what the children of Murad Kabilbayev and his wife cherish more than anything else. Such different roots, such different destinies, but the common thing is the house, the Shanirak, which united them under one roof. And this amazing family is such a small model of a large state, the territory of which is inhabited by representatives of 130 nationalities. All are united by the main thing, their love for this land and boundless gratitude for the past, for the present, and for the future. It is important to remember to say such important and necessary words at any opportunity. The years of hardships united the people of Kazakhstan. A common destiny had a positive impact on the mentality and life ideas, helped to form common values and ideals for all ethnic groups. After all, history, as we already know, cannot be erased from memory.